start to fold like a diamond from gold. Maybe you are something I cannot define. Maybe you are the fallen kind. I lead in there with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me use my mind right.
Alrighty, everyone, hello and welcome, XP League friends and family. Today we are covering Fortnite track Silver and Gold. We're going to be covering the Silver game first, This one is at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then the next one is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern for the gold. Right now, we're sitting at 71 players queued, and we are looking to get started here in just a little bit. While we do, let's go ahead and introduce my co-host for the stream. His name is A Gray. He is a content creator and caster for Mizu Esports. Gray, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, guys. Great to be here, casting the XP Pro League or XP League. Sorry about that, but it's gonna be fun watching over the games today, and hopefully we see some good plays, something for the highlight reels. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
Yep,
it's great. Gonna be cool to see how these players come out.
This first one's gonna be silver, so it's not gonna see the crazy end games that you've been seeing in gold. The gold end games have been pretty interesting. Usually does come down to like 2 or 3 teams left towards the end, but the circle does get pretty small. It is gold players, so with the higher the division, the harder the end games and the gameplay, basically. So right now we're sitting at 71 players queued. We're basically waiting for the last, I believe, 3 or 4 teams to get in, and then we'll be starting soon. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back when the games are ready to get started.
Exactly. And we're seeing a lot of people going up towards the logjam area. That's definitely going to be a place where a lot of off-spawn fights happen, and hopefully we can see some people, getting that off-spawn advantage, getting a little bit of loot, and then moving their way towards mid, maybe getting some mid-game kills. Exactly. See how they approach this. Ari Safari looking a little bit low there. Ooh, Emperor. Or Ari Safari actually getting killed.
Yep, it's going to be Salt Lake City taking home the elimination for that one. Brookfield still has 2 players right on the outside. They're probably going to be rotating right now. You should start to see a 50-50 engagement here in the next few minutes. Oh, and a player goes down to an explosion.
That fire damage. That fire damage is definitely not something to be played with. You get caught in the middle of that, and it's just going to spell disaster for you.
Well, that fire damage, if we're being honest, is a 2-part process. And it looks like Brookfield's going to be the last remaining player in this one. And he's able to take it home. He's in a 50-50. It's on his SMG. That's the only thing he has right now.
The classic right-hand peek. Oh, Salt Lake getting taken out by Brookfield. Let me get him the res off on Emperor.
Immediately go for that res. Probably the smarter play here to probably try and get an extra teammate up right now.
Exactly. And we also saw that flare gun getting picked up by Emperor. As you know, this season you can pick up and drop items while you're down. And that flare gun is definitely something that can be useful if you want to burn it. That is in a team, an opponent that's in a wood structure, or just get some fire damage on someone with a direct hit. It's definitely going to help you out in the fight.
One thing I'd like to point out here, it looks like XPL Salt Lake City has just picked up their friends only one of the reboot cards and is going for the reboot. We're popping over to Typhoon Sniper. He's caught with no materials. Somehow able to get away. There's no way. There's no way.
August is so low, but Typhoon is not letting him get that. He knows the double team. He's going to be getting the kill.
And he gets a knock. And now he's going for part 2 with Augusta. Augusta
no way he was able to get away with that.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. That was incredible. I believe that's the last remaining player that we have from the pink team right here. This is the last player from Augusta. All he has is a Stinger SMG. Will it be enough? He's going to take a 50-50 against Gamerdog. It's a shotgun. It's a 3v1
9
actually.
HP. It's a shotgun. And 2 people. He's going to be able to get away.
Will he get away? Oh
One
my
bullet's
gosh,
all I need.
Gray.
1 bullet, and Augusta's 3 is also.
One shot. One shot. Will he get? And he's out. I think he's out.
All I need to do is shoot him 1 time, and just couldn't make it happen. It's all right, though. Augusta's going to have to try to regroup, maybe figure out a way to get to those reboot cards. Definitely going to pop that med kit in a second.
Yeah.
Don't know if they know they
Gonna go ahead
have
and
that.
pop
There
that
we
med
go.
kit. Yep.
Finally crossed the mind.
Let's go ahead and take a look around the rest of the map right now. It doesn't look like we have any more fighting for the meantime, at least. Oh, it looks like Ninja has found a llama.
Little companion there.
Ninja's the
Buddy.
last remaining player of his team right now.
That llama's about to explode. He's going to have to do something quick. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get the llama, though. That is unfortunate. There it goes. Dropping a
and
little
the
bit of the
reboot.
loot there, but...
There's actually a reboot right above him. This is Salt
Ooh.
Lake with the reboot. It's going to be a 2v1 situation. I wonder if Ninja understands that this is going to be a 2v1. And it looks like he's looking not at the ground and above, but rather down below.
Yeah, maybe trying to get some materials. Trying to see if he can jump up the rocks there, which is not possible.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Salt Lake has all members of their team up right now.
Using that ATV. A little bit. That gold SMG is definitely going to take part in a big part of their game if you can down a couple people with that.
Let's talk about the stats that we're seeing on the board right now. That looks like the fastest elimination is going to be held by J-E-Man. I know that he's a player from North OC, also known as Irvine. J-E-Man is the fastest elimination, 1 minute and 12 seconds for a fight.
Oh.
Not bad. You would think that there would be a quicker fight, but apparently 1 minute and 12 seconds is the fastest elimination. Longest elimination so far, 56 meters. So, you know,
Oh, wow.
the snipes aren't going too crazy. We do have CDXPLD with 3 eliminations, and right now obviously we're still in the first storm circle with 60 players remaining. It's only been 1 minute and 15 seconds since the last elimination.
Yeah, that is something to take into consideration. There's a lot of people that are going to try to be getting into these mid-game fights as we go through the game, and I think towards the end there's going to be just a few teams that were able to get by, and they're going to definitely duke it out towards the end.
Ooh, looks like we just missed the action here, but Regina is reviving a player. They are still together as an entire unit, so, you know, that's good news for them. Let's go ahead and take a look at XPL Cole. They're rotating past... Oh, never mind. Looks like that pink team above them is just going to rotate ahead on the waters, so they're just going to miss each other, actually. So probably no engagements here. We are looking at Ninja, who is rotating towards an entire team. CTX, PLD, on the lookout.
Ninja's going to be chilling here, trying to get some type of
but it looks like
flank,
they don't
maybe.
know. They're looking around for him. Oh, and I think they found him.
Oh, they see him.
They
CTX
saw him.
7 caught him out of the side of his eye.
But they're not going to engage him, actually.
Yeah, I wonder why. They see him running away, too. Maybe they think they need some storm surge. Oh, taking a couple shots.
Pretty interesting there. We just
Yeah.
saw...
A little bit of pacifist gameplay.
Hopping back over to Rocky Reels. This is going to be
Loot box being
a
taken out.
duo. Yep, looks like this is a duo.
Maybe the snipe coming in.
Tyler just watching his teammates back as his teammate rotates off the cliff, I think. Nothing too major there. We are seeing a solo from Regina go up ahead. Probably trying to find the Spider-Man mythics. There is an exploit in the game right. Oh, looks like J-E-Man is taking a little bit of damage. Getting shot by Tree. I will never lose. Let's see if he won't. Oh, Sunny gets a beam. Sunny is on a sliver of HP here. Sunny gets taken down. Unfortunately, caught off on the low ground here. Switching over to Jay. Looks like he's in a bad position here. And unfortunately,
Jay
it's
gets
not
taken
enough.
out.
You just can't defend against two sides in this meta. You just can't, Gray.
Yeah, you really just can't. You know, with the SMGs that everyone's carrying, again, the bleed through is amazing. It's how much it bleeds through the walls, and just getting shot from two sides like that is just basically lobby simulator, really. And we can see
Looking up towards
Salt Lake getting a kill on IBYT. You picking up those mats?
Last remaining player from XPL Irvine is going to be David, picking up his teammate.
Oh!
Fortunately,
pays the price.
Bad timing, but this is a third party coming in here, actually. We're seeing Tree trying to get a piece of this action. Salt Lake just managed to get the revive, but unfortunately the player goes down. It's 2 for the count. Last player, I think it's a 2v1. Salt Lake City on a sliver of HP here, Gray.
Exactly, yeah. He's just not gonna... There's never a good time to fight under one build in the middle of the water. It's
Especially in
always
the
there's
water,
always something
right?
is going to be wrong, and we see the double res coming into play here. You can two people can res a single person at the same time and get them
Hopping
up
back
twice
over to
as
Regina.
fast.
Looks like Regina is currently caught in a fight right now. He's in a 50-50. Hits the 80 shield. Player goes down. It's going to be Regina with 2 players
Ooh, getting that
against.
finish.
Oh, wait, no. Regina has all 3
Oh,
players. My mistake. It's going to be a 50-50 coming in. And that is going to be the elimination on last Shogunate. Regina probably just trying to, hold themselves down. They are getting pushed by another
sprayed.
team right now. Looks
XPL
like they're able to
is-
get the last remaining player from the opposing team. That's going to be the
Yeah.
full elimination there. There is XPL FC coming in right behind. They are chillied up, so they do have that increased movement speed. They're a little bit harder to hit
Ooh,
when
XPL
you
looking
strafe,
for
a little bit harder to rotate.
He looked for a snipe there and he got punished for it. Couple shots coming off there from the Regina
When he's
team.
being
They're all
chased
going to
down,
be
he's
pushing
being
at the
chased
same
down.
time.
It's not enough.
Oh wow!
FC, the other FC player, shooting from the alternate angle, unfortunately wasn't close enough to actually offer any assistance to his help there. Slightly unfortunate. It looks like he's going in against the 1v3 though.
Exactly.
He's
that
going for
Spider-Man
it,
has a
guys. He's going
cooldown.
for it.
Oh, a lot of damage in such a little.
Doesn't
such
have
a
any
little
heals
time
here. This
right
isn't
there.
looking too good for him.
Yeah,
Opponent's
he's gonna have
trying to
to
spray in here.
disengage.
He's going to need to get out of here. He's going to need to take this 50.
Taking the wall,
Ooh.
making that right hand edit. Ooh.
That was a good play from Regina, to be honest. That was a simple edit, clean shot, clean up the kill. They were all here. Well played to Regina. GG's. We'll see you guys from the rest of the lobby. Hopping back over to Emperor. It looks like he's caught in a fight with Ari Safari. They're hopping around on the
gotta
low
get
ground
those
right now.
shots
Build's not being placed, but the 50-50 is coming in.
Getting the down on him.
Ari Safari takes home the elimination.
Oh,
Eliminates Regina.
nice.
XPL 10 for the team squad wipe. They're going to be sitting on quite some loot here. Nice find, nice find. Hopping over to the Hill of Shifty. Looks like we're seeing another fight break out over here. It's going to be XPL Ackworth, just a duo team, fighting against a full trio, I believe.
Looks like it.
No, this is two. No, I believe that's a
Ackworth
visual bug.
07
I
is
see
taken
Ackworth
out
10.
and killed. Ackworth 08 is going to have to find something to do here. Putting those
Like
ramps up,
Tree
make sure
here.
to not get shot.
They do.
Tree is gonna be
They do have to be
going
careful
over.
here. Tree does have a full trio right now, right behind him.
No pun intended. And able to take out Ackworth 08. That's unfortunate. We see Tree and the Regina team making a good way of getting across the map here, picking up a lot of kills. We saw the Regina team, I think, early game getting a few, and now we see them taking out entire teams towards the mid game. And that
No
third
Bear
zone's
hits
about
a
to form.
snipe, and they're gonna go
Ooh.
ahead and push.
That is something that I would push off of too. Getting a snipe like that is very crucial for your team. Tree just swinging from tree to tree. Getting closer. Oh, that hard pump coming off, but it's a 2v1 Tree. Not in a very good spot here. Going to be on.
He does
57
have his
HP.
teammates though. He just needs to wait a little bit, and his teammates will be here to help him. And the aggro will be pulled back off him. No Bear hops back in,
Exactly.
taking a little bit of damage for himself, but they're dealing more damage than they're taking.
Oh, take out
Tree,
one of the
I will
Ackworths.
never lose.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
last Ackworth gets taken out. I've heard of the last Airbender, but the last Ackworth was not able to make something happen. See, Tree
It's like
is going,
Tree.
trying to get a shot on that orange person. Or player.
So many loot, so much loot on the ground right here. You're seeing big pots. You're seeing MKs. Looks like they have plenty of ammo to keep going.
And I think you can use those tents actually to put your loot in and then get them out in another game. So if you have a gold SMG or a gold striker shotgun, I'm not sure if it works the same way in custom lobbies, but if it does, then that's definitely going to be a huge advantage for a team to use.
Yep, that's definitely something coming to mind. We're about to see North OC run into XPL Cole. It's going to be a 50-50 engagement. Cole's going to go ahead and take one ramp up, taking the high ground.
Oh
my
Cole
God,
gets
it's
beamed
two-
there. Oh, beams. I think GU
Oh, and it looks like
kid.
LEG Anna goes down, unfortunately, down for the count. Looks like we have another fight with Regina. Regina's just getting in a lot of engagements right now. They only have one player alive here in this fight. The fight still isn't over. Regina beaming from the high ground. That Stinger
Exactly.
SMG doing a lot of damage there, Gray.
That player's going to be on a very low amount of HP and actually going down right now. We can see another team on the other side of the river. Tree.
Oh, and
it's actually
that
Tree's
Mythic
team.
MK.
If they can,
It's the
Wow.
Mythic MK. You're seeing the Mythic MK. See, let's go ahead and talk about this for a second, Gray. Do you know what the Mythic MK actually has? Now, on top of the damage that it has, the the highest damage on top of all the MKs, it also has an increased fire rate specific to the Mythic. So this weapon has one of the fastest TTKs, time to kill, in the game right now, with the amount of
Regina
damage that it
actually
has.
disengaging. A very
I mean, he did have a full trio pushing him, so I don't blame him there. He's probably going to pull back and try to
True.
continue wearing down his opponent's shields. It's coming down to the 5 last squads.
Brookfield just sitting here trying to look for some type of shot to get off far range. Got a flare coming over the horizon. Is it New Year's again?
And my apologies. Apparently, it is pronounced Regina.
Regina. Okay. How many teams we got left? We got Ari Safari and their team. 11 people left.
Technically,
Teams.
there's 5 teams. Yes, technically
Yes.
5 teams right now. 11 players remaining. So that means some teams only have a duo or solo.
Exactly.
And it looks like we're seeing Ari Safari's team Brookfield flying across the waters. It's a little calm right now. Everyone's just kind of trying to,
See Brand and his
Stay
teammate
alive.
sitting behind a rock, just trying to keep to themselves.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but I see 2 builds in front of me.
I think it's a team meeting. They're trying to regroup and find a way
Do you
to.
see what we're seeing? I'm seeing 2 builds, 2 walls there.
Oh wait, was that?
Did you see that?
I just caught a glimpse of that last second. What was that?
Yes. There was 2 different edits in
New
one
mechanic,
wall.
new editing mechanic. No, never seen before.
No Bears team sitting on a lot of loot. Let's go ahead and take a look at the high ground because these guys are probably going to be able to dictate how everyone else decides to rotate here. They're in the most favorable position. They're sitting on top of the high ground on natural elevation. So even if they do get shot down, they're just going to land on top of the hill, which already is going to be a point of high ground to begin with. So great. I mean, Brookfield's right now sitting in the most advantageous position, if you ask me. And as you see, they're catching glimpse of these players trying to rotate here. So they're probably going to go ahead and try to aggress them. Make sure that they're having...
Polo 6 has been a player that we've seen a lot this game. Has gotten a lot of situations and has managed to sneak his way out of a lot of them. But I don't think this is going to be one of those situations. I think Cole is going to be getting taken out here. There's 3 people ramping up on him. Brookfield and his teammates, Ari Safari and Emperor, all going to be pushing him at the same time.
the other Cole. Oh my gosh. Brookfield gave up their high ground to fight this team right here. We'll go ahead and see if it was a good decision for them. Brookfield 2 is getting a shield torn off right now.
Brookfield does not have a lot of ammo in either of his guns. He's got less than 1 clip in his MK7 and in his Ranger.
Ari Safari's going for the 50-50. He hops in. He hits for the 56 shield.
Ooh, gets a... Oh, he's going to make that edit. 100 damage.
Oh, unfortunately,
but can't finish
it's
it
not
off.
enough. It's a 2v1 situation.
Now,
Brookfield coming in.
Brookfield is going to be killing Bran. Great there. Oh, right-hand peek coming from the left-hand side, though. That's
Who's going to win this one?
Brookfield.
And it's going to be Tyler. Oh, no. It's Europe Emperor Gamer.
On 1 HP. What a
Literally
clutch
1
from
HP. You're
Emperor
right.
there.
And he managed to save his team right there. You're seeing XPL Cole stuck on the low ground here.
Oh, that fire,
Opponents
though,
are
is
trying to
inside his
flush him out,
box.
though.
And Cole's going to be in a very sticky situation right here. Not a lot of builds, but definitely enough to keep him at bay or keep the other team at bay for a minute or two. The fire
All right,
damage
great.
does
I'm
not...
going to go ahead and take over the comms for a little bit while you go ahead and get the lobby ready for the next one.
Okay.
And taking a look back over at Tree and No Bear. Looks like Tree is going to go ahead. They are in circle right now. They're also sitting right under a care package. If you guys didn't know, care package has a guaranteed purple or gold rarity item as well as a guaranteed heal and a guaranteed movement item. So that movement, actually a guaranteed trap. So that trap could be a launch pad or it could be the reinforced steel wall. Oh, and it looks like Tree is just absolutely beaming Brookfield on their way in right now. They managed to knock a player. Tree going crazy right now. Definitely a gold level player here. and just wipes out the players that decided to fly into them. No contestation. So now it's going to be a 2v1 coming in. It's going to be Tree, I Will Never Lose, fighting Cole. Cole gets caught out, and Tree takes home the elimination. 18 kills, ladies and gentlemen. 18 kills coming in from Tree, I Will Never Lose, and No Bear there. Tree, I Will Never Lose eliminated almost a quarter of the lobby just by himself. GG's and well played. But I would definitely take a look into that team there and perhaps consider them moving up a division just to give our silver players the rest of the lobby a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting things ready for game number 2. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and coverage for game number 1. We'll be right back in just a few seconds.
It's delicious.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your patience. We are casting game number 2 now, guys. It's going to be game number 2 for the Silver Division, running at 12 Pacific Standard at 3 p.m. Eastern. And let's go ahead and swap on over to everyone hopping off the battle bus.
Let me see. XPL FC and his team again going to what I can only assume is Logjam or Shifty Shafts. Shifty Shafts, more or less. A lot of players on the north side. Wow.
Shafts.
Shifty Shafts and Logjam.
Flying right over there, actually. Let's go ahead and keep our eyes peeled for any off-spawn fights. Oh, we might see one. No. There's a lot of players just flying so high in the air. Quite surprising, actually.
Milo landing right now. Don't know where that landing spot was, but gonna make it work. Getting some mats.
Kind of risky for him to be landing just on nothing, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Especially there is a full team here. I'm not sure if he's aware of this. Milo's gonna go into the lion's den.
Oh, and he sees them coming. He might be able to get a beam on one. 64 on one of them. Oh, and that fire, the flare gun. Oh, the grenade actually.
And the
Not able
grenade.
to. If he had just stayed on the ramp one more second, he would have been able to dodge the grenade.
His teammates trying to help him
To
out.
Max.
All he has
applying
is a
far range
stinger and a
pressure.
sniper. All shots missed, unfortunately. Max the Cool has got to help his teammate out. His teammate is already out, so it's going to be a clean 1v3. He is sitting on a big shield. He's hard
Headshot snipe
scoping.
potentially. 86 damage. That is a potential push, but he's going to decide to back off and just wait for the reboot card.
You know, if I were him, I'd be trying to pop that heal, but instead he's going to go forward.
Oh, the
so
flare
aggressive.
gun. The flare gun
So
shotgun
aggressive.
combo.
It's a good try on Max there, but unfortunately 1v3 situation, and he was already low on HP. So it's, you know, the big pot is going to go to XPL FC. Oh, hopping over to here to the top of the map. It looks like Tyler is knocked. He's getting triple pickaxe. Brand is going to be leaving his teammate. He's like, sorry, man. I wanted to help you, but there's 3 people there. Let's just try and get some more placement points. Maybe I'll come back for a reboot card, but for now, I'm outie. Looking at Comp Cuddle. Looks like FC has landed on the lower ground right outside Camp Cuddle. There's going to be a snipe coming in, and FC just manages to strafe to the right of it and miss the shot. It's going to be Night Ninja, who's sitting on top of the high ground. So they're going to be able to bully the other team here if they don't rotate out quickly. And it looks like that's actually what they're doing. They are going to be rotating out. Taking a look over here towards the Joneses, we are seeing another team fly in.
Maybe Bent Chicken's going to get that Spider-Man mythic. Very good for rotation there. And I feel like this season, knowing where the Spider-Man mythics spawn is definitely going to help you in any games you play, because that rotation can take you anywhere. And we're actually seeing Ackworth and his team right here.
I believe they came here to get the Spider-Man Mythic, which is on the bridge that's above them. They're like on the low ground right now, so you can't see the bridge, but there's actually 2 potential Spider-Man spawns, I believe. One of them on the bridge and one of them by the cobweb, like towards on the hillside. All right, so looking at the map, it looks like everyone's kind of spread out right now. We're not going to see too much engagements. Hopping on over to the Daily Bugle, we are seeing players trying to tag each other right now.
A little far range action.
Looking from up top. Oh, Loot Box is in a box fight with an opponent. He does have a player within his box right now, so he's going to probably try to break out. He is standing still here.
Still. Maybe rearranging that inventory. Oh, it gets pickaxe!
Oh.
No, not the pickaxe from Tree. Tree, what are you doing?
Tree comes in with the pickaxe. A little disrespectful, but, you know.
All is fair in love in Fortnite.
Overwrite absolutely beams Tree's teammate, I believe. Oh, and he has a player right on him. Not sure if he's going to be able to retaliate to this in time. Tree going all in against the opponent.
Tree actually maybe getting taken down for the first time in this tournament.
Tree goes down to Overwrite. Overwrite takes the elimination. Overwrite takes the Kingslayer of the lobby down. Override here is going to go ahead, go up a layer, heal up. He does have a knocked opponent here, but that right there could be a game changer. Unfortunately, Orange Man looks like he did get revived down on low ground. Doc Holiday is sitting. Oh, and it looks like they're trying to come back up right now. They do have the Spider-Man mythic. Things could be a little sketchy right now. They do get the thirst on Tree. So this is a 2v2 situation. Doc Holiday looks like he's struggling to get up the hill, to be honest with you.
I don't think he realizes that there's not only pull-out time when you switch to the Spider-Man mythic and try to use it, but there's also a cooldown if you put it away.
In a 2v1 situation. Will Override. Orange Man sitting on the ground. Getting beamed by another team, actually. Another team. It's going to be CTX on the low ground. Doc Holiday in a 50-50. And he manages to take the elimination from Override. That was a really good try from Override, though, honestly. He did take home Tree, and for that, he has my utmost respect for that. Well played, Override and team.
one of the top players, Tree, getting taken out there by or at the.
Oh
Daily
my
Bugle.
god. Let's take a look over here. We're seeing a lot of congestion on the northwestern side of the map. The reason you're seeing a lot of congestion here, and you're continue to see a lot of congestion, is because the zone is collapsing towards the southeastern side of the map. So everyone that landed on the top and the west side of the map, they're gonna have to rotate towards each other. And now, everyone is rotating on the bridge.
Oh,
There's
big fight
players from
out here.
behind. There's a lot of things going on here, Gray. I don't even know where to begin with the coverage.
Exco.
Let's start on the outside.
and-
We're taking a look at Hudson, who's coming in with the latest third party. They have the outmost outer angle right now, apart from the two teams fighting in shifty shafts. And we're seeing cars blow up, gasolines blow up, things are caught
Colo
on
actually
fire.
gets taken out. Colo 7 dies to the fire. Oh, and Colo 5 gets taken out. It's absolutely beamed by, I think, 3 players there, by Trust and Hudson OH5 and OH3.
We're seeing Council's team now coming in from behind. This is one of the teams that was at shifty shafts, I believe.
You saw one of Trust's teammates actually has that new chug keg or slip keg.
He
Maybe
did
they want to
just
pop that.
clinger his teammate.
Ooh.
Hudson goes down for the count, not putting a build down. Tends to happen. You got Ackworth flying just over his. They're like, wow, what is this going on over here? And they're beaming 1 HP on that opponent right there.
They're someone called PETA. That was definitely uncalled for.
We're seeing a lot of players flying in. They're now just inside circles. They're looking back to hold a player.
Oh, Ackworth 10 absolutely beamed down to about 20 HP now. It's not looking very good for him. Superstar's actually caught in a bind right here too. And Ackworth 10's trying to make a break for it with that Spider-Man mythic. See if he can get away. Oh, shotgun shots being shot at him, and Ackworth 10 gets taken out. But Avon actually gets taken out as well by Council. Council and Ackworth and a bunch of other people just getting kills right now on the feed. You see Avon is down, Ackworth 10 is down, and Brink of Victory is no longer on the brink of victory.
It's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate there. Exco actually heading towards Coney Crossroads, maybe to regroup with his teammates. Night Ninja getting taken out. Was on a very low amount of HP, though, not a lot he could do. And Chicken Lord now looking in a very tough spot.
Ackworth is just beaming HS.
Exactly.
He gets shot in the back too by
HS
Regina.
Ninja 7.
Regina,
So
oh
unlucky.
my gosh. Ackworth in a fight. Chicken Lord is down to his whites. Doesn't have any more. The shotgun missed from each party. Shotguns missed
gosh.
again ×2. Shotguns
It's
missed
just a brute
×3.
shotgun force.
Shotguns missed ×4. We have the players.
Get
in
that
a
teammate out of there.
50-50 right now.
It's a gunfight.
Oh no, that third party is going to be taking home the elimination. Ackworth did
gonna
not
pop
even
those
manage to
minis.
get the elimination there. Unfortunate. Regina
Oh.
comes in with the Spider-Man Mythic, cleaning up
Regina.
all the kills, cleaning up the third party. That is so unfortunate for those two other teams right there. But that's actually just, one of the things how you have to be mindful about this season with the movement available, with the Spider-Man mythics, with the spray weapons, with the TTK on some of the weapons, the total time to kill with the stinger and the mythics, with the stingers. You really, really have to be careful about your third parties and covering your sides no matter what. You never know when, where, and how people will be coming in. You just have to expect it, and that's just something you have to keep in mind as you're playing this season.
Exactly. And with teams like Regina, they now have, Spider-Man Mythics. They've got those spicy chug splashes. They've got Mythic MK7, Purple Striker. They're definitely going to be looking for a lot of people to take down here.
We're seeing pretty much everyone rotate right now. We're seeing that same congestion that we talked about in the previous zone. All the teams coming in from the side. Oh, Ari Safari takes a knock. No,
the 4
materials.
HP clutch. Popping those chug splashes and minis, trying to get that health back up. No match though. That's not a very good look right there.
Oh, and the
Gonna have to
player
get
just
something
standing
from-
out in the
Ooh.
open, unfortunately gets beamed.
Emperor
It was
gets
bound to
taken out.
happen.
We've
Fancy
got-
bread, 70 HP. He goes out, down to a sliver of
Ooh.
HP. Last 1v1 coming in right here. Both players down
Epic.
to a sliver of HP.
Oh,
Ari
Epic gets
Safari's going to
taken
clean.
out.
Yup, Ari Safari's going to take home that one. Now, look how many chili chugs they have under their name now.
8 of them.
They're just
And that
going to need
storm's
to
gonna
get the
hit him,
revive
though.
off and then do the team revive. They're going to pop the chilies. They have launch pads. They have the Spider-Man mythics. I don't think they're going to have any issue rotating in right now. Hopping on over to another fight over here. It looks like Hudson is trying to keep Regina out. They're going to shoot the Warthog. Regina is going to pick up on that and notice that there's a player right by them. So I wonder if they're just going to rotate straight in or take a long way around. I'd recommend the long way around, but you know what? At the end of the day, these guys are the ones that are playing, not me. Oh, it looks like Hudson's actually looking for Regina. They're pushing onto Regina as we speak right now. Regina XPL 7 does have that mythic MK that we talked about earlier.
And that slurp keg coming into play. It deals 100 shield or 100 plus shield, depending. But Regina is actually going to be getting into a fight here with Hudson. And Regina's just sitting on high ground right now, trying to look for some angles to play. Might be getting in his face right here. Hudson getting hit for 80. Not a lot of HP right there. And I think Regina
Hudson
should be
is
able to take him out
trying
right
to make
here.
it in from the storm
Yup.
right there, but didn't notice that Regina was just hot on the trail. Regina got a launch pad out of that one. Positive trade right there. We have Regina 7 sitting inside zone right now, ready to fight the opponents. Looks like they're just going to go for the team res right now.
And actually facing the box, which could be potentially of use. They want to trick the team into thinking that they're in the box, and then they just fall through the floor and get triple sprayed. We've got Trust Lamp here, and Hudson actually going to be getting in a bad spot. Trust Lamp getting taken out, and Hudson getting taken out at the same time, all by Regina 7, sorry about that. Now we're hopping on with a different player, Gamer Dog, 408.
Gamer Dog just decides to hop into the box, but it looks like that was pretty smart play because now they got Ackworth on the run. Ackworth 10 is the remaining solo of the team, I believe. Let's go ahead and take a look if we can. Ackworth down to a sliver of HP. Will it be enough? Oh my god, is it a 1v3 situation? Ackworth can't do anything. And now there's another team looking at this fight here. Hey, Gray, it's just so many third parties this season. I mean, I think this is specific to this zone because, like I said, the dynamic is pushing people in towards the same trajectory. But, you know, it just seems like it's so many fights, one after another.
Exactly. And you see FC getting the high ground right here. Going to be trying to hold Breaker and his team down here. Yep, that's what we're talking about. Genbuka is getting taken out there, and they're going to use the Spider-Man mythic to get over to him and just get that hard shot off. Breaker not in a very good spot right now. Definitely going to be looking pretty bleak for him. 67 HP. What is there to do here when you're held against zone? You know that old saying, when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Breaker is now stuck between the storm and three people. So there's not a lot you can do in that situation. You just have to kind of accept your fate and go next.
Oh, and revisualized was ready for the edit. He was ready. He was ready. He was ready. He was like, all day, baby, I'm here waiting for that edit. Up, down, whether you want to edit this floor. Actually, I'm going to cut myself short. There's actually another fight going on just right here inside zone right now. Looks like it's Regina that manages to take home the kill.
Regina is looking very promising in this tournament right now. They've gotten a lot of kills. They're doing good at executing fights as a team. Regina 5 here is just getting in zone, you know, something light, something slight.
Oh, one of the other Regina players getting knocked, though, unfortunately, in another engagement. It's coming down to the last few moments here, ladies and gentlemen. RA Safari.
5 teams and 8 players. There's a lot of solo players here. RA Safari getting into altercation with Tree. Tree, make something happen here, bud. Or RA Safari. We don't know. This could be potentially bad for Ari. Yup, that right-hand peak and the cone above him.
Oh, and guess who's back? It is Tree.
Yep, Tree. Doesn't know that there's a down player in that bush right there. It's actually Regina 7. And there it goes right there. Said, hi, how are you? Bonk.
So there's only four remaining teams with 5 remaining players. So I believe every single person is a solo except for one team who would have a duo. Quick match stats real quick. Regina with 11 eliminations leading the scoreboard right now in terms of eliminations alone.
Breaking that 10 kill barrier. And then some.
Regina's going to take that wide rotate around here, Gray. Very, very smart decision. This is an open rotate. Nobody's looking at him. This is what is known as a dead side rotate. So if you guys are ever watching the Fortnite broadcast and you guys hear the term dead side rotate, this is exactly what Regina did right there. Dead side rotate is essentially a rotation that you're taking where nobody's looking at you, where there's no congestion, and there's very little risk to you rotating in the open. And at times with the dead side rotate, you don't even have to build, even in professional lobbies, to be honest with you. Oh, and it looks like another player landing right underneath. They're going to build fight.
Oh, Expo.
Regina double editing. Wow,
Double
Regina's
edits.
got the mechanics.
Gets punished for that double edit though. I think Exco is definitely waiting for that. Exco might be able to do something here. That was a good read. That was a almost pro level read when going up against someone who double edits like that. Exco's gonna be chopping him out right there. Regina taking a lot of fall damage. About 40 there,
All right,
give or take.
Great. I'm going to go
Exco.
ahead and take over the rest of the casting here. I'm going to need you to get started on the next lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Gold is going to be up next. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to close out the rest of this game with this casting. Looks like Regina right now is on a wall for Toast, I believe. I believe that's Toast right now. They're in a 50. They're in a, sorry, it's Toes. XO Toes YouTube. It's going to be a 50-50. These players are both holding height. It is a 1v1v2 right now. These players should work together to fight against the duo, but looks like the duo is going to be shooting out the low ground. These players are both going to be dropped. Looks like Toes taking fall damage. Regina manages to negate the fall damage with the use of the Spider-Man mythic. Excellent, excellent macro decision making right there. It's a 1v1v2 situation, ladies and gentlemen, and now it looks like Doc Holiday and Tree are going to be the ones aggressing. Tree does have full shield, so he's going to go ahead and hop on top. He's going to be dictating the rest of the fight. Regina tries to Spider-Man out. Unfortunately, gets tagged by Tree. The Spider-Man animation does get canceled. The web slinging does get canceled. We see Exo Toes try to rotate out. Tree does manage to hit about 51 damage there. Regina also rotating. Doesn't get shot. Tree now has to rotate. He does have Spider-Man mythics. Not an issue for him as at all. Doc Holiday sitting on the low ground. Not really building. Just kind of keeping his eye on Regina on high ground. Exo Toes is getting picked on now. This could turn into Regina absolutely beams Doc Holiday. Now it's a 1v1v1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Exo Toes takes down Tree. I will never lose to a sliver of HP. Tree needs to heal. Regina getting the elimination. It's going to be a 1v1 situation here in the final moments. And great. Do we have the have the lobby ready to go? We do. All right.
This last fight though, oh my god. Regina 5 versus Tree.
Actually, I don't think Tree has any idea where his opponent is, to be honest with you. Tree, though, rotates ahead. He's going to go ahead and set himself up on high ground, so he's going to be able to look. Chances are, Tree is going to beam the opponent here. Unfortunately, this is just usually how it plays out. The player who rotates first, has the optimal positioning, is going to dictate how the other player rotates around. But it really seems like he has no idea where Regina is. It's the last 1v1 situation here, Gray. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to make any predictions, but Tree does have a really, really good spot here, and I don't think Regina's going to be able to chop him without compromise. Oh, maybe I spoke too early. Regina coming in for the high ground. Oh, not for the high ground. Looks like they just want to rotate back in. Really smart play. Tree here probably going to look to establish his dominance on the high ground here.
Could end up being a very mechanical fight if it comes down to it.
The last few moments here, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently in the 6th zone right now. We're looking at Tree. I will never lose, who's sitting with a total of 8 eliminations. His team total will be 10. He's going up against Regina, also, who has 12 kills, actually, with their team having 17. It's going to be a
Look for
final
that
1v1 Regina here.
Yep,
going
that
around.
tunneling. Diagonal tunneling, a very useful mechanic for getting yourself from point A to point B in a short burst.
Protecting yourself is probably the name of the game in this endgame.
Exactly. Looks like it's going to come down to a little bit of a box fight here. Tree about 2 layers above Regina here. Actually going to be rotating to the high ground, which looks like from what it looks like. Actually, no. Actually. Okay, spraying the wall. Nice. Going to try to take some piece here.
Tree
Oh!
gets a shield
What
cracked.
a shot from
Regina going for
Regina.
the high ground retake. Regina knows
That confidence
exactly
from
what to
Regina
do in
now.
this situation. Amazing macro decision making. He's like, oh, I got the shield. I got the advantage. I'm taking your high ground, Tree. I don't care if your name is Tree, if it's Bush, if it's Shrub. I am Regina XPL number 5, and high ground is mine. And here he sits on top of it. Now the situation literally got reversed from what we saw earlier. Tree is probably the one now being a little bit worried. He's like, wow, I thought I was the aggressor. Now he's become the aggressor.
How the
Regina
turntables.
is sitting on top. How the turntables have table turned.
And Tree just
Tree
trying to get into a safe spot
expanding
here.
He probably doesn't want to sit in one box because it's going to be too easy for the stingers to bleed through new builds. So he's probably going to continue just expanding. But one thing to keep in mind is that materials are not infinite. Speaking of materials, let's go ahead and do a check on him. Oh, so he's got plenty of materials. So this could go on to a heal off, in which case, if it does, neither players have any white. Tree actually doesn't have any heals in general. At least Regina still has 2 minis to sit on. This could come down to a really interesting situation where you're going to see Regina continually just try to whittle his opponent down. Regina trying to maintain that high ground, making sure that Tree can't come up. And if he does try to come up, Regina's going to have an angle on it.
And it doesn't
This
look like
is the
Regina
8th
has any
zone
white heals.
closing.
If it comes down to a heal off right here, Regina is definitely going to be in the rough. Not sure how much white heals Tree
Actually,
has.
if it does come to a heal off, Regina is in the lead with the full HP. So Tree will be the first person to die to zone.
But we don't know how many white
Oh
heals Tree
no,
has.
there it is. Tree is solely on his whites. We know for a fact he doesn't have any more white heals. He doesn't have any heals in general. Tree's going for the last ditch effort high ground retake. Regina knows exactly how to maintain the high ground. He's capping off his opponent, making sure that he can't come up the layers. Tree decides to drop down. Regina catches note of it. He's going to use the Tree Spider-Man to grapple off. He did get shot, but he does have the heals to heal it up, but it's not even such a big damage. It's only 8 damage that he took there. Tree trying to go forward, creep up inch by inch. Tree down to
Oh, the
a sliver of
60
HP
white.
here.
Tree's on about 15 HP, if that, maybe even 10. All it takes is one shot. Regina looks like he might have it here, unless Tree can pull off a miraculous max damage hit. That's probably what he's going to need at this point. Take out 121 HP, you're going to need something.
Regina has the ability to pop a mini,
arsenal.
but isn't going to do so. My anxiety is off the roots if he dies due to the lack of a mini. Last few remaining moments, we're seeing both players tarp forward. It's Tree I will never lose and Regina XPL. Obviously, in the heal off, Regina is going to win. Regina also doesn't want to expose himself as he knows he has the winning condition here. He's betting on himself. He's like, man, last time I hit Tree for the last 2 times, he was white. Both times, that means that Tree
Tree's
most
gonna
likely
take that
doesn't have
storm
heals.
damage, and it looks like a win for Regina.
It's going just as we predicted. It's going to be Regina taking home the elimination for game number 2. GG's and well played, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that was an insane end game. I didn't think I would see anything like that in Silver, to be completely honest with you. The way those players thought and the way those players were playing was honestly very, very similar to a high tier lobby where the players were basically using mathematics to calculate if they were going to win the game or not. I guarantee you, Regina had the calculation in his brain. He's like, man, I hit this guy twice for white. He hasn't shielded yet, so chances are he doesn't have any more shields. And now, since I've chopped off some of his white health and I have all of mine, all I got to do is take it down to the final heal off and I will win. And that's exactly what happened. So GG's, well played to him. Great. That was amazing end game to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the queue ready for the last game and we'll be back in just a few seconds. All right, Zach. All right, great. We are back for game one of gold. This is going to be the gold division that we're casting right now. Things should be very interesting. The game should be going a little bit. Games should be playing out a little bit differently here. We do have the higher skilled, higher tier players in this lobby, so curious to see how this game is going to play out. If we're going to see, we should probably see more end games similar to how we saw that very last game for the silver game play out. Hopping on over to the bus path. It looks like this one's going to go straight through the middle, more or less. A little askew to the top, but nothing too major. We're seeing a lot of the players drop out initially. I would say maybe about 15, 20 players did drop off rip, and we're seeing everyone else scatter pretty scattered all throughout. We do have 95 queued players. So guys, that's going to be a lot of teams to cover, a lot of action to watch. We're probably going to see a lot of teams contest each other off spawn compared to the silver lobbies or compared to the other games that we saw. Let's go ahead and keep our eyes peeled. Wow, we're seeing a lot of congestion coming out. Tree.
These Daily Bugle fights are definitely going to be something special. We see
Tree is
Daily Bugle after taking a rough loss there.
Back in gold, I see. We're seeing a lot of congestion everywhere around the map, to be honest with you.
Daily Bugle looks like 3 teams. Maybe, actually, one from the yellow team landed Daily Bugle. The other ones landed at Sunny Steps, or makeshift Sunny Steps. Is that Tree getting sprayed in the main building?
That was Tree getting sprayed, but unfortunately none of the shots landed. We are seeing one of the teammates in a fight across. Oh, and the building is burning. This is not good. These players need to get out immediately. Coded Puppy, unfortunately, is down for the count.
Yeah, crawling out the window, though. Gonna be able to get. You can actually use zip lines now. So if he had chosen to hit off the other webs and grab the zip line, he could have potentially got to his teammates.
Oh, but, and unfortunately, his team gets taken out.
Clicks 514 dies. Didn't know Clicks is in these lobbies.
We're seeing a fight break out on such a small POI. I don't know what to... This isn't even a POI, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing a fight break out over one building. This is really, really interesting, actually.
Twix, Boberto, and his teammate going up against... Oh, Twix might be able to take one out there. Twix actually goes down in the process. Isn't able to pick up a kill there.
The Boberto manages to take home the elimination. Raider is the only last player with full shield, but he has like no
only
HP
6
here.
white HP. Yep.
He does have a guzzle juice right there. Decides not to take the guzzle juice. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. What?
Hopping over the shifty shafts, it's XPL Lobos in a fight against the Nissasin. Sneaky Firefox is up on the high ground right now.
Oh, those
we
clingers.
do see a lot of the clingers being used, to be honest.
Those could be good for engaging fights. You know,
we hear the launch pad coming out.
Ooh, potentially get a beam there with the Ranger, but chooses not to. He's going to go for Sneaky instead of the person that's gliding. Takes a little bit of damage in the process. Going to be boxing up, popping a couple of those minis. Get back to a nice spot HP-wise. And Bash is going to be on high ground, taking a lot of shots over here. Just kind of scanning out the area, seeing who's where, and firing off some shots at the same time. Ninja up top with him. Lobos is about to be in the middle of another engagement, potentially with Ninja and Necessing gets taken. Oh, low HP there on the right hand peak. Maybe is gonna be able to be taken out. And that's tough. You don't like to see that.
That was tough. We're still going back to the Daily Bugle. Looks like we still have some fights breaking out, but because of the way this place is like structured, you're not going to see too many crazy 50-50s unless they just decide to go for it. You're going to see a lot of people trying to sit quite reserved in their buildings, right? Because it's a lot of natural protection. You don't have to waste your buildings. You can farm. There's consumables and heals if you do take some chip damage.
There's also
no
a lot
reason
of
for these players to really be out and about, basically. Ooh, and we just saw Elijah take out TTV Koya. Koya, unfortunately, would seem to be the last remaining solo of his trio there in that situation. Speaking of last remaining solo, that's also going to be the same case for Simplify. Looks like he's going to be trying to truck on out of here.
Oh, wow. No pun intended. Or pun
Oh,
intended.
and hopping out to the very... Oh, just in time to watch the cleanup.
Rotra or Ratra? Or Retra? Looks like they're going to be holding someone over at the docks there. Oh, they don't know that he's under the dock. Monkey is
They
under
don't
the
know.
docks. I don't think they
They-
are aware. Maybe he was able. Maybe Jonesy he was able. Oh, they know. They know. Wait, they don't see him. Oh, they do now. That was a good
They
hiding spot.
did.
If they hadn't known he was there, I might have to do that in arena to get some points.
All right, hopping back over to the Daily Bugle. It looks like Tree's team has been knocked. Tree
Ooh,
Tree's no builds.
Not like this.
Tree's no
Tree.
builds.
Not like this. He's gonna be disengaging as fast as he
Oh,
can.
and he gets shot
Oh,
out. Tree no
taken out.
builds. He's in zombie mode. Call of Duty zombie mode. And it looks like there's
Exactly.
two teams right now. King
They're
right
hunting
hot
him
on his
down.
trail.
There's a wolf on him as well. What is going on? Thought this was Fortnite on Ark.
Tree is gonna be swinging
Swing
away.
the tree.
Looks like he's out. He's out. He made it out.
Oh. EJ Mack taking out Salt Lake City. And now we're over with not Clutch MJ. Just scoping out the competition right here. He sees two players. One of them's back there. 90 damage on him.
Oh, one of the players decides to turn his back to fight one of the hogs, which he failed to protect himself and suffered 90 damage for it.
Boggs getting taken out. Crawling out in the open there was definitely not the play. You see Mr. Drew Claps taking a little bit of damage there, but catch up with that later. Oh, Mr. Drew Claps actually
It's
in a
it's
bind
the
right
stinger.
here.
It's the stinger.
Yeah,
You can't
that
really do
stinger
too
blew
much to protect against the stinger, especially in a
PLD.
situation like this.
Oh my god. A lot of pressure being applied there.
It's CDX PLD. I believe they're just a remaining duo. They're just swinging around. I think he's out. Yep, he's out. I think they're good right now. I think they're good for the time being.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep our eyes over here. We are seeing Serial Bowl with Mr. Drew Claps.
Chopping at those metal bills is definitely not fun. Those things have over 1,000 health. Or actually, I think over 2,000 health. I'm not actually sure. But they're definitely something hefty to keep your builds in place. But he's going to be regrouping with his team. Double revive coming off there. And they do have
We're
that
seeing
med
a
mist.
lot of congestion over here.
Jonathan. Ooh, that SMG.
Sliver of HP. He needs to heal. He needs to
He's
get
able to
up
take
for
out
it, but he
Ty,
has 3
though.
builds left. He only has 3 builds left. His
His
opponent hops into the box. It's coming down to a 50-50.
Yes, he got a hard
158,
time.
it's not enough.
158. Not just
Wow.
barely. Oh,
It's not enough though. It's not enough. That was a really good try though. I mean, the
Yeah.
158. That's as close as it'll get to any bailout this season.
And we know the max damage, even for the Gold Striker shotgun, is only 174. So if that player had been 200 HP, even if he had the Gold Striker, it probably wouldn't have worked out in his favor, unless he got a couple shots off with the SMG. But regardless, good try there. See Retro.
Apologize, but I'm gonna have to cut you a little bit short. If we take a look at the map, looks like the name of the game is Congestion Alley, left and right, or should I say top and bottom. We got on the top side a lot of congestions. A lot of teams kind of spread out, but they're all on the same side. And over here, you got a lot of teams congested, kind of just bunched up together. Frosty's taking a look at this team. However, they are down a player, so they're probably just trying to be quite passive here. They don't want to. They could get a knock here on a player if they do shoot. The patience on this team, something else though.
And we see over in the pro leagues, we see people doing what's called the 3-2-1 strategy, where you count down from 3 and all of your teammates spray a single person at the same time to eliminate one and turn the situation from a 3v3 into a 3v2, which you can obviously capitalize on. But we'll talk about that later. We're seeing over here Condog in a situation against Shay and his teammate. Oh, Condog gets hit heavy and taken out. On
Shay
high ground.
hops into his box. He hops onto him, basically. We are seeing Brink of Winning trying to go up for the high ground, trying to help his teammate out. Unfortunately, gets beamed in the back. 86 shield coming in. All he has to do is secure that elimination for his player. However, he does have another player on him again. He's just trying to get off here. Looks like he's going to get shot off height.
Yeah, that fall
Takes
damage.
the fall damage.
Machu here, trying to look for another beam on someone. We see 3 people in front of him. I think this is a Oh,
He
gets
has
sniped in
almost
the back.
no mats here. He has almost no materials here while he is sitting on height. This could be an awkward situation for him. He doesn't have the Spider-Man mythics to rotate off either.
Yeah, this is not looking
Oh, no,
very
and
good.
I think we're hearing the other team push up on top. So you're seeing Machu try to drop down and get with his teammates. He's down to one build now. He has to fight with his teammate if they have any chance of making anything happen here. They
Yep,
did
he's
get
gonna
the
try
knock on
one
Hendry,
in.
so now it's going to be a 2v3 situation. They're hopping into the box, trying to secure this 2v3. 2v1 now.
Oh, the 180 flick from nowhere. Is able to get that Spider-Man mythic as well as some builds. He's got 38 builds now, a lot of mats there. Actually chose not to take the Spider-Man mythic. That was very unpopular opinion, some would say. I definitely would have gone with that Spider-Man mythic to get me into the zone or deeper in zone and try to find some more people.
Hopping on over to the other side of the map, you're seeing Yuki solo Z. It looks like he is now a solo. We're probably going to see two teams fight here as they start to rotate into each other.
Oh,
A lot of these teams just tend to engage back when they are getting shot at, I noticed.
yeah.
Not too much passive rotation or tags coming into play here. We're seeing HS Ninjas in a fight against XPL, and Xbox. Oh! That's a lot of damage coming in from that
130.
striker.
Wow. What
We're
a
seeing
shot.
a lot of these big value striker shots coming in today, Gray.
You know that the auto shotgun is very good
Oh
for.
my.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, the auto
It's gonna be
shotgun is good for
Lobos
getting
with
in
the beam.
someone's box. You know, those close range shots with the auto shotgun are very, very good. You can hit for like 80 damage. But when it comes to just getting that one shot off and then following it up, you're definitely going to want to have a striker shotgun.
We got King 34R
Ooh.
hanging out way deep in zone, but not too much of a worry for him. He does have a tent to recoup his HP when needed. He does decide to use it here, which is a pretty interesting decision.
I didn't actually know you could use it for health.
He does
I
still
haven't
have
used
quite a
it.
ways to go, so I would have used it a little closer in towards the center of zone. We're seeing Machu pick up another elimination, taking some of that burn damage. XPL, CTX, PLD is getting rushed right now. He's got a full trio rushing him right now.
Oh,
That ended way too quickly.
Yeah.
Way too quickly. We're seeing EJ Mac come in.
teamwork
with the
makes
clean
the dream work, though.
Pump shot. That was, it was just a one shot, one kill.
Barberto sitting in a bush, just gonna be looking for some. He's actually spectating just like us, actually. Just gonna be looking at people, seeing what they're doing, holding that shotgun out just so you can see out of the bush. You can see Dabo actually, wow, gets taken out there, was on a very low amount of HP. And then Jim Tube and his teammate there, Uzumaki. Oh, wait, Barberto, they don't know that he's there. They're gonna look for a beam. Oh!
Unfortunately, it doesn't manage to knock anyone.
Bazooka
He's
Uzumaki.
gonna- and he's stuck in a box with two people. This is not good for him.
Oh.
He's gonna have to get out here. Balberto's
Yeah.
not in a good situation. And he manages to Spider-Man out. He's pretty good at using the Spider-Man, so I think he's gonna make it out. And he is more or less out, I think, unless somebody's hot on his tail, which they are not.
Exactly.
Hopping back over to the bottom of the map, we're seeing Wacky Tacky just get down right now. Alpha
Yeah.
Omega's the last remaining player. Is down to a sliver. Gets also knocked. Sorry, Alpha Ackworth was the last remaining player. Everyone does get taken out by this team, though. EJ Mack and Machu's team running through the lobby, actually. Wow.
Yeah. Let me see El Shea there. Just getting everything back
The
together.
most eliminations. Actually,
Wow.
El Shea with the most eliminations. 7 kills. Longest elimination with being a sniper, most likely, with 132 meters. We're currently in the third storm phase with 28 players remaining and 14 minutes since the game has started. We're seeing another team sitting adjacent on the map right now. They're just sitting in a bush right now, waiting for that other team to make a move. We're seeing a team right here rotate in one by one. So we might see a little bit of congestion coming in from that greasy team fighting the teams that are going to be rotating in on the backside.
You see the people scattered all around the circle, really. Not a lot of people that are in a dead side of the zone. You see a team that's running up to that bush, actually. Not sure how they're going to approach that. I don't know if they're going to run through the bush and make sure there's someone there. They're just gonna be. Oh, they actually are gonna walk through the bush. One of them. She's a player. Oh, an SMG 7744 gets taken out.
Outcast, the last remaining player, decides to charge into the trio. Oh, nope, decides to throw a firefly to the trio and running back. Trying to sabotage the three of them in that
Exactly.
bush there.
A little bit of a pacifist play there, just getting something off and then just running away.
We're saying EJ Max team aggress onto another team. Are they going to get another kill here? It looks like they're chasing another team. Now everyone is starting to look at them because the zone is starting to close. The lobby is getting smaller. You're at a higher risk of getting third party. Wow, he hits the sniper shot
What a
and
shot
follows
from
it
Shay.
up with the quick swap to the MK, netting himself the elimination there. It's going to be a big chunk of materials for him there.
Yeah, and they're just going to be putting a lot of pressure on that wall. Going to get it broken in a matter of seconds. Just because of that. Oh. He's able to get the wall replaced. Don't know if there's anyone in there. Doesn't look like it. See, there's a player gliding, though. They're going to want to get some tags on him.
Oh,
Ooh.
and he is
shot from
stuck.
the back. Oh. What was that?
This is
flare
the
gun?
sniper. This is the
Oh, the
sniper that
sniper.
shoots the clingers. This is the boom sniper.
Oh. I thought it was a flare gun.
This is the boom sniper. So what it does is actually a sniper. Then instead of shooting a sniper bullet that deals, 90 to 180 with a headshot, it actually deals a clinger that has a delayed explosion.
Oh, that's a mythic, right? That's a new mythic
That
this
is
season?
a mythic, yes.
Wow.
It's actually been introduced in the previous chapter.
Oh, really? I never got to use it. Unfortunate.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the team that is using it. That would be the other team right here.
Oh, so it's like
This
a
would be
heavy
the exotic.
sniper.
Sorry, it's not a mythic. My apologies. It is an exotic. So now we're seeing the team with the exotics rotating across. They do have the Spider-Man. Man, Spider-Man really makes the rotation easy.
Exactly. Just swinging tree to tree, get yourself in zone, and you can really build up some momentum and speed if you use it the right way. See, Ackworth looking for a little bit of a beam on simplifying his teammate there. Gonna be able to tag an assassin for 40 there. An XPL KN and his teammates just using that slurp keg in a building, just getting that shield replenished. And Shay's actually just going to be jumping in like a maniac and hits the max damage. That is going to be going into the highlight reels. Wow.
Wow.
He said, say hello to YouTube. Say hello to the montage. Take a seat. You'll be here a while.
Outcast sitting on the... Oh, no.
Oh. Ah, almost makes that edge of the zone play work. But not quite. You see Tree just moving on to the next person. Tree's just mowing these people down, huh? He just doesn't care.
We're seeing Shay, EJ, and Machu boxed up right now. They're actually in the center of everything right now, so it's a pretty good choice for them to continue to use these reinforced walls.
Mm-hmm. The only problem is getting out. Getting out's going to be a little bit of a hassle once they start to move to the next zone.
They're actually being shot at. They're actually
and
being
they're getting their wall
pushed by
chopped.
two teams. But they're going to make some quick work of this one aggressing team, unfortunately, to
Exactly,
this
they're
other
able
team.
to get a kill on HS Ninja. And they've got, wow, their loadouts are looking absolutely stacked. They've got a few gold weapons there, a few Spider-Mans, nothing too, oh, Lobos. Absolutely beaming from that edit. We see Yuki solos you and his team just rotating. They're trying to get a little bit of a better place in zone.
It's the last remaining teams. You have 5 players, or 5 teams remaining.
Looks like they're going to be replacing walls, taking that piece. Seeing if there's anything left in here for them. A lot of ammo, a lot of other stuff. There's a Spider-Man mythic in there, in case anyone doesn't have one. And it's very weird to see that they're playing this almost like a scrim. whereas everyone's like boxing up, and we've got it's a sixth zone. Sixth zone's about to be actually moving, but people are just trying to play what I can only assume is for placement points. Got 5
They're
teams
playing
left, 11
really-
players.
They're playing
Very
really low to
passive.
the ground, despite their loot, despite their situation, despite everything they have. They're playing so low.
Mm-hmm. See Heedless Bike and his trio just also playing ultimate low ground.
It's one of the full.
trying to
This is
move
one of the full
forward.
trios.
Yeah. Oh! Lil Will getting taken out by EJ Mac.
Oh, and Shay is down to a sliver of HP.
That medkit's going to be popped off in time, though. I'm hopping over back with Heedless Bike and his trio.
What are we hearing?
Oh, Yuki and Jonesy were able to take high ground on those. See, now there's the problem. They've got all that support on top with the metal builds, but they're actually only held up by one wooden stair, which could be the downfall of that entire sky base.
They are just bullying everyone else in the lobby right now, as you can see. They are just raining down clinger after clinger after clinger.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, they're absolutely devastating the rest of the lobby. They're just burning through everyone's builds. You're seeing EJ, Mac, Machu, and Shay positioning to get themselves ready for the high ground. But as you can see, high ground's doing a really good job.
Yep.
Somebody
There they
finally
go,
caught on
getting
the fact.
taken out.
Somebody caught on to the fact finally they were supported by just one wood ramp. They still do have the high ground here, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe looking
And
to
it looks
connect
like they have no
somewhere.
builds, actually.
Builds. That is very unfortunate.
No
We'll see how they
builds.
play it out.
Very interesting to watch Height having
I think
no
you can
builds
see-
right now.
You can see Tree there, I think, getting sprayed. Tree is in a box alone, and everyone knows he's there now. They're just going to be firing off those explosives at him. It looks like Jonesy's going to have to drop off of Height and try to chop or something. Try to make, or actually dropping on ultimate low ground.
They
Not
don't
sure
have
how
any
many
builds. There's
uses they
nothing they
have.
can do here in that situation.
Yeah. You see Tree just getting absolutely spammed with those explosives that are shot out from the exotic boom sniper. But luckily, EJ Mac's teammate was able to support them. A lot of metal builds there.
Oh my
Heedless
god,
Bike
Tree
taken out.
takes out the majority of the players remaining on the low ground. Yuki, 40 HP, he does have a launch pad to take Height, but he will get beamed if he takes it.
Two
Last
teams left,
situation
4
coming
players.
out, 1v1 here.
It's a 2. Oh, and LJ Mac, Shay, and Machu take the win in game 3. That was definitely something to behold. So we
That's
saw the
going to
boom
be
sniper.
a lot of eliminations. That's 23 eliminations coming out from that L team right there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. GG's, well played. And we'll be back for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the last game of the Gold Division. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing.
All right, XP League friends and family, we're going to be back, we are back for game number 2 of the Gold Division. This is going to be the Elite Division of XP League. So the highest tiered players are all placed into this division. As you can see, you're seeing a lot of double edits, triple edits, some smart rotations, some quick piece control. All of these things are things that you would see all the time throughout the game. Now, taking a look at the map, you're seeing it skew probably kind of...
A lot of people going to the southern side. There's 2 teams headed towards what I can only assume is Chonker Speedway. A couple teams that are going towards Rocky, getting that drop over the gas station. Gives you the best opportunity at it. A lot of people going towards Shifty Shafts again, even in these high-ranking lobbies. We see Lil Will again, looking for a snipe. Not going to be able to... Oh, Lil Will actually gets downed. Missed opportunity to take the snipe there and gets punished from the opposite side of the river. Actually, no, that was from this side. They caught on to what he was trying to do. And
so
they
much
punished him for it.
congestion in the air here, actually.
Yeah. See, XPL. We saw him last game. Him and Ty. Also saw Simplify and Drew Claps in the last game. So, see how they're fighting it out.
So many teams. Oh, and it looks like their players are almost dead.
Ty getting taken out and Lori also getting taken out. We see Alex Ninja just finding a little quiet spot to sit here and think about what the next play realistically. Not a lot you can do in that situation, but here we see over with our probably one of the like most W keying players in these lobbies. Tree, I will never lose. Except for that one time he did, we can definitely say he's able to beam the person that was trying to escape on his zip line there. He's gonna be making his way over to try to get that finish, I can assume. Maybe get a little bit of an arsenal going there.
You're looking at Trashy now in here as a solo.
Imagine Trashy just takes it all the way home and gets a bunch of kills and ends up winning. That would be a sight to behold.
It is possible though. I wouldn't mark it past any of these players. This is Gold Division. One definitely. Great player with some good RNG. That's all it takes.
Definitely do not put it past them.
We're seeing not too much fights going on. There's 2 teams at Greasy right now, and then there's still people. Trashy is going for a full-in fight.
Ooh, shot from the back. Very unfortunate. I think that was Doom who picked up the kill on them, on Trashy. So unfortunate for them. But we can also see in the feed. PLD4 gets taken out by Drew Claps over at what I can assume is Shifty Shafts. Could be wrong, but we're hopping on with Neon Ridge. A little bit of a fight in a building here. They're just going to be reforming mats. Or actually just breaking that to get an angle. I was like, what is that
Neon
skin?
Ridge.
I realized it was the NPC.
Oh, Neon Ridge gets absolutely shredded. He's going to need to back off a little bit and play the defensive angle here.
Yeah, and there's now 2 angles he could be shot from. He's regrouping with his teammates, gonna make something happen. Gonna get a game plan together and then execute.
They do have a knocked player here. Hiding in the dumpster. Will they be able to sniff him out? We're seeing a lot of fights over at Camp Cuddle.
Paper. Oh, what a beam on FC4.
1 HP.
Getting the finish on him. Paper. Going after, I don't even know who that was. Name went by too quickly. It all happened so fast.
FC gets taken out by the entire team. I'm seeing a lot of I'm seeing a lot of players get caught out fighting as a solo.
When it comes to trios, you definitely have to be with your team. You have to fight together because otherwise you're just going to get singled out and then it turns the situation from a 3v3 to a 3v2, which is obviously a lot less advantageous.
Oh?
Simplify actually facing the stair from inside the dumpster. I don't know if they know that.
I don't think the players realize why it's being phased.
Yeah, I don't think they know either. But you can actually hear a subtle movement when you walk past a dumpster that has a person in it. It's like a little metal can, like rustling sound. So
He
hopefully they can
hears
figure
it.
it out.
Renewed Virus hears it, and he's keeping his eyes and
Mm-hmm.
ears peeled. He
Doesn't
knows
know
there's
what's going
someone in
on
the
there.
area,
Yeah.
just doesn't know where. Looking at Camp Cuddle again. Looks like there's another fight breaking out. Chief Lando made his item. He's going to drop
Ooh,
on top of
Swanton.
Yuki, and Chief Lando going for a 50-50.
Oh.
Yuki wins that one. It's going to be Piper taking home the elimination on... No, it's not Piper. It's Yuki
Paper.
again.
Oh,
Oh, no, it is Paper taking home the elimination on Augusta. So
Mhm.
that's going to be it right there. We do have a player zipping out. He's just going for the loot. Nothing major there. Hopping over to the Log Jam Lumberyard, we're seeing a 50-50 come
Ooh.
out. Permissible.
Bad Poe. Hate to see
Absolutely
that.
gets Schreier by
We will
Beast
see
Wire
you
Ari.
in the lobby.
Unfortunate.
You know, Ari's going to be popping
Oh,
those shields.
Braywit
getting the
taking
big
some
pot off.
damage here.
Mm-hmm. Not sure where he's getting. Oh, from the top. He's able to do a good amount of damage there, but can he finish it off with the MK7?
Oh,
Potentially-
my.
and he is able to. Against all odds. Is he able to get the finish, though? You know, there is no siphon in this game mode, so when he gets that finish, he's not going to actually get replenished any health.
I believe
Still
his
gonna have to
SMG
fight
is
with
not
14
reloaded
ancient.
either.
Yeah, the SMG
And
is
that's gonna
reloaded
be
and
the
he's
end of the
taken
line.
out. Yeah, a lot of players went down there. Wow. Half the lobby left. First zone isn't even closed yet. Renewed Virus going to be getting rezzed somewhere. Doom just going to look for a safe spot to get him up. And then Assassin looking right here at Lobos. I don't think they know about each other. Lobos
don't
could
think they
potentially
do.
get sniped here.
No, Lobos has... No one has any clue about him just being there.
Exactly. They're completely oblivious to his existence.
Oh, we just got the assassin.
Taken out by Bash. I see Lobos over here, just scouting out the area.
We're seeing another fight break out just over here.
The Renewed Virus has gotten up. He has actually got that mythic MK7 on him.
Oh,
Salt Lake
North
City with
LC
the
versus-
Swanton.
Oh,
Cereal
the
Bowl.
110 coming out from
Oh.
the Stinger. People are just hitting these heavy Stinger damages today.
Exactly.
It's going to be 3 Chili Chugs and max big shields for TTV Cereal Bowl. These Chili Chugs are kind of a 2-in-1 deal because not only do you get the HP or shield healing, it is 20 per 1 usage, but you also do get the Chili effect, which is basically increased movement speed. In this game, movement is almost as crucial as is building.
Exactly.
Almost. This is a builder's game, but... Oh, we're seeing Lobos come in. Bash, 2241, and Hank, they're going to fly on top of this opponent, trying to get some action. We're seeing the 50 damage come in. There is a cracked shield. Mr. Drew Claps is on cracked shield. Oh, and he's getting
Lobos.
2v1, unfortunately.
Oh,
He got
pinch.
caught out. It was a unfortunate situation. However, his teammate did manage to get an elimination, making it a 2v2. Now it's going to come down to a 1v1.
Hank.
Uh-oh. Now it's
Hank
a
gets
2v1.
taken out. What is going on? Bash is on high ground now. He just has control over everything right now. But he is going to have to look out for anyone. That steel wall gets put down, but that wall is going to be taken. He's going to be running. Oh, puts the backwards facing steel ramp.
Oh, Bash.
Bash is getting shot from above. He's going to have to do something here. The
There's a
Swanton
50-50
again.
great. He's at a
From up
50-50.
top.
He has to win this fight or he has to drop down because remember, he does have another player on the opposing team that could chop this entire thing down.
Exactly. And he does have the mats to fight for this high ground, but is it worth it? No, it's not.
Oh,
They're landing
he
on the
killed, he
cone.
eliminated himself. He didn't need to
Exactly.
build. He could have
landed
fell
on
in the water.
cone by accident instead of the water. Or yeah. Oh, that's very unfortunate. You know, and I am a victim of that as well. In the moment, you just kind of forget that, you know, you could land in the water and you just place a build by accident and you end up costing yourself. But yeah, you just hate to see that. Over with
That's
Tree.
so unfortunate.
Tree. What will you do? He's got one of his teammates up. Doesn't look like he's anywhere near him, or could potentially be in the area. But I think Tree's just gonna, you know, be playing chill right now.
They are doing the reboot right now, so they're going to go ahead and do the reboot, hopping down to the center of the map. You're seeing a few teams congregate towards the bottom, so you're going to see some congestion here towards the bridge area here in a little bit. Let's keep our eye on that. Gym Tube right here is boxed up with his teammate. This team here has been looking for eliminations, but it looks like they're just going to go ahead and rotate ahead as well. Not too many teams left. There's only 33 players remaining here in the second zone.
13 teams, 33 players. That equates to about, I don't know, but we're definitely going to see some fighting.
We are taking notice of the fact that most teams do have 3 players in this one as compared to the previous game where there were a lot of solos and duos. So I believe teams are actually fixing their mistakes from the first game and working better on this second game, essentially. I think that's what we're seeing happening here. A rift coming in.
I can see that tornado. Yeah.
New this week. Let's talk about that for a second.
I got very scared when I saw that in game for the first time. About 3 days ago, I was playing duos with my friend, and I just couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh, Twix gets hit with the clinger, but not before he takes the rift.
Now, the rift actually looks like it's going to be cover up for people, or the tornado actually looks like it's going to be cover up for people that are rifting. I'm not sure if the rift puts you above or below the tornado, but if it puts you above, that is definitely something that you could take into consideration and use to your advantage.
Oh, and it looks like Jonesy and his team managed to clean up that player that was knocked and the player that was trying to revive his teammate.
A lot of loot.
Everyone else is rotated above, so I don't think anybody's actually going to look to actively hold them. So they're probably going to have a decent time rotating in. They could just hit the tornado for some easy rotation here as well.
And that tornado,
they might just avoid it, though. It looks like that's actually what's happening. They're going to avoid the tornado. Oh, we're seeing Dabalicious.
XP Franklin doesn't
walk right past Franklin here. Franklin, patience.
Just on the edge of zone. He's going to be still in, but he's going to have to rotate out sooner or later when that zone comes. Uzumaki is going to make it out in time. It doesn't look like it. That's very unfortunate.
He's going to make it out in time.
Maybe he's going to be on the edge. Oh, he might be on a high enough HP to crawl into that bush and get revived by his teammate. Hopefully so.
Hopping over to Sleepy Sounds, we're seeing XPL, and they're sitting in a bush as well, holding Tree's team. Oh, this is a devastating team that you're going to have to fight against. If you guys decide to take this, I don't know.
Exactly.
Things might turn out not as how you expect it to. CK the Beast Boy. Looks like they're all farming right now. These guys are sitting in the back. I think Tree's definitely trying to play it safe and just go for the easy placement points. We're seeing Cupertino on the run right now as a solo gets shot midair and dies to fall damage.
As soon as you get shot one time with that Spider-Man, if you're high enough altitude, you're going to take a lot of fall damage, and it could potentially.
But the actual way you can counter that is by basically making sure that you're never actually like hard attached. What you have to do is consistently reattach so that you're essentially just floating. Because even if you're floating, as long as you're not attached, you will not take fall, even if you get shot. And so you need to attach and detach. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You cannot be holding the webs. Yep.
And tap firing with it actually makes you hover at a consistent altitude, so you can still get to where you're going fast enough. We can see Beastwire Ari actually getting out of someone who's on very low HP.
Raider, you're right. Raider does get hunted down, except I believe that was the last player, right? Or was that a knock?
I think that was
a knock, actually.
Yeah, it was a knock. So there is someone still on Raiders' team in the vicinity. We can see Tree and his trio, no pun intended, going to be looking for more teams to WK here. I think that Tree is actually on someone's wall, gets a 27 hit, and takes out XPLKN. That is the end of your game. Unfortunate. When Tree is on the loose, there is not a lot that can stop him, really. We've seen that throughout the last couple games. He just WKs a bunch of teams, and it just tends to work out in his favor. So, yeah, we'll see what he does late game.
CTX rotating in from the dead side. Essentially no one. Eyes on. He does have a duo sitting on height kind of in front of him, but that duo does not seem to be paying any attention to him at the moment. Taking a look back at Yuki's team. Or sorry, Tree's
Ooh,
team. I
Clicks
believe
gets taken
Tree's
down.
team is currently
Or
fighting
CK.
Yuki's team, if I'm not mistaken.
Tree in a little bit of a situation here. Yuki just trying to get in on him as fast as possible. Just absolute aggression coming from him. 46, and Tree actually gets taken out by Yuki solos you. And CK also gets taken out. Yuki is turning the tides right now, just becoming the aggressor. Being able to take out one of the top
YGYY
players in
is
this
the
lobby.
last remaining player from that team right now.
Exactly.
Oh, and it
And he
looks
gets
like it's
found out.
not a good situation. I mean, he didn't have a build there to protect him in the first place, and let's not mention the fact that he had basically less than a quarter of a normal box room to move around in.
Exactly. And Yuki actually 3v1s, potentially the best trio we've seen in these competitions, in these games. Wow. Good on you, Yuki. Congratulations. And now we see I believe that was a pig getting absolutely pieced up. See Paper
Right
taking
now you
those
see
long range
Paper
shots.
almost connected, actually.
If that wall didn't reset, it was definitely wraps for anyone on the other side of that wall.
Bazooka, Uzumaki, and GymTube are camped up in a house on the opposite side of zone. I'm not sure how well this is going to go for them, but we're seeing CTX PLD. He's managed to wrap all the way around the map,
Playing
actually.
the edge zone.
Seeing
Playing the
a lot
edge of
teams
zone is
Spider-Man
actually.
in.
Oh, Launchpad almost gets destroyed. That would have. I guess it wouldn't have really mattered, you know. Drew Claps has got the Spider-Man Mythic and as well as the Mythic MK7, so he's just going to be... Oh, actually getting W-keyed by Serial... Oh, Serial Bull is coming to his side. And they have that Boom Sniper, so they're definitely going to be able to get some tags if they pop some shots off with that. Drew Claps just getting in, really. Just trying to get... But that is not the best spot to W-key someone in. A very awkward situation there.
Are they going to engage? I think they're going to take the 50-50. I think they're going to send Ari down on the low ground for the alternate angle and try to pinch them from behind.
Oh, they're going to try to hit him with a tree.
So smart.
Oh, and it actually goes through a couple of the builds, but the angle was not the best, so they didn't end up getting any knocks from it. But if
That was a really
fallen on
smart play that
someone-
we saw there.
Exactly. But if that had fallen on someone, it definitely wouldn't have been good. Now we can see everyone that's in this part of the zone right here. More of the left side of the zone. We see a team on height, playing the edge of the mountain. I believe that is Beastwire Ari and their trio, Drew Claps and Serial Bull. The renewed virus there rotating around. I think that pretty much the edge of zone, just trying to find a spot for themselves. And we see Cole 2 and 3 dropping off of height to rotate. Actually, I think Cole might be. Not sure what he's doing. I think just rotating. But Jonesy is gonna have to find some
he's
type
gonna
of
get
heals.
knocked.
Nice.
They're gonna push that. They're gonna push that. They're gonna box up on Cole's body and try to get the loot. Actually, they're just gonna go ahead and try to take
Ooh.
the advantageous position. Jonesy is actually on a sliver of HP. He can't take more than 2 shots here.
About 40 HP total, give or take 42. Not the best. 2 bullets and it's over.
Oh my gosh!
That's what you were talking about just now.
Oh, it's beam or be beamed
Mm-hmm.
is the name of the game.
Firing off that flare.
Smart play, firing off that flare to try to use it as basically like a UAV, essentially.
Mm-hmm. See where everyone is. See how you can take advantage of knowing where everyone is.
Bazooka Uzumaki is getting sprayed from height. He is
Ooh.
already boxed up with his teammate in zone. He does have a pretty nice position on the side of the hill.
Practically
Jim
no
running out in the
shield.
open right now.
Very bad position there for Bazooka. 15 HP
This is
total.
gonna be XPL North OC. It's gonna be an XPL North OC who's actually sitting on top right now.
Paper's able to drop down. Beastwire Ari basically controlling the field right now, just popping some shots off left and right, trying to get some tags here and there. And I think this is definitely a promising team to look at. You know, we've got 4 teams left, and out of those 4, we've got an entire team on good health, on high ground. And we see Renewed Virus here, definitely going to be
Oh,
taken.
he got stuck with the clinger. It's gonna be a tough situation
Doom.
without a sniper.
Doom by himself, just looking up at height, trying to make something happen, but it's not looking too promising. Even
He
with
needs
those
to
minis
go around
popped.
here.
Exactly. and getting shot out with that Spider-Man Mythic. At this point, when the half the zone is on the side of a mountain, is definitely not going to look that good. It'll definitely put you in a very bad position.
I mean, let's talk for a second how Cerebral's team, they were up here a while ago and they claimed this spot, and ever since they've managed to have every zone. If they pulled off zone, if they didn't have zone, that wouldn't have been an issue because they could have just rotated off, and they managed to pick off another player. There goes Renewed Virus.
Yeah, Renewed.
I believe that was a Thirst of an Elimination. So now it's going to be a 3v2v1 with Doom from... a little bit of friendly fire coming in, potentially. We're seeing Doom on the low ground right now. They are actually seeing him. Oh, and they know he's a solo. This is not a good situation for him. Doom getting absolutely beamed right now.
And it looks like this is going to be a very promising team to take the dub. You know, they've got a lot of pressure on one person. They've taken out Doom. It's a 3v2 right now. So
and the exotic sniper method, the exotic sniper strat is actually very viable. We're seeing almost all the teams use this.
And using that Spider-Man gym tube to make something, just scraping together some type of plan, firing off that flare gun, see where they are. That could be useful to know when they're going to be peeking you, when they're going to be looking for shots to go off. And gym tube trying to make a friendly alliance. That is not going to fly. This is a competition that let the best player win, and it looks like you guys are just not in the best spot. Gym tube is going to be popping a chug splash that has, or a spicy chug splash actually, and going up the hill. There is potential for him to take height here, but not a lot of it. You know, he's getting sprayed very hard.
His teammate needs to come up as well.
Here. Exactly, but Gym tube could potentially make something happen. Bazooka Uzumaki getting taken out. It is now down to Gym tube in a 3v1 situation. Beastwire Ari getting in. This is not looking very good for Gym tube. Beastwire Ari does take a little bit of fall damage, though. It doesn't look like it's going to be Drew Claps actually trying to take high. Gym tube is actually able to retake high ground.
He does
by a miraculous stroke of luck, but no mats left, and therefore takes the damage for it. Gym tube taken out. So Beastwire, Ari, Serial Bolt, and
Mr. Drew Claps there. Wow. He's going to take home the elimination on the final kill for the game, for the victory royale. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the XPL games. All games have been concluded at this point, both silvers and golds. We appreciate you guys for coming out and watching our stream. Thank you. Special shout out to all the players who are participating in today's tournament. Thank you to XP League for allowing us to produce and host the event. And thank you to all those viewers at home. Maybe not at home, but wherever you are, we appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys back here next week at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard on XPL Triangle. We'll see you guys next week. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Take care and goodbye. Is this a different video, by the way, Mantis? Okay. Gotcha, because I was gonna say, there's